girls, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jazzy J. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell so you can keep up with my latest uploads. So today we're going to talk about how to focus on yourself and level up in 2022. So I bet you're wondering, like, Jazzy, what's up, girl? We have never done this type of content on your channel. Well, I had made a little insert talking about how I wanted to change my channel a little bit. I'll insert that video here so you can take a look at it. Therefore, you'll know what your girl is talking about today. And excuse my voice, since my birthday on New Year's Eve, I lost my voice and it still hasn't come back yet. So y'all please excuse the raspiness. But I wanted to start doing videos about self-care, you know, motivation, everything that goes underneath that self-care category. So I wanted to do, you know, more self-care videos, which includes mental and physical, and pretty much any and everything that goes underneath self-care. And I really believe, you know, if you're talking about self-care, it's more than just, you know, what's on the outside and your nails and your hair. We have to take care of what's inside, both in our hearts and in our minds. So I wanted to add a little mini series to my video, having girl talk. And what's the best thing when you're talking to your girls and you letting go of everything that you got inside you, you know, so you can vent about life, is a little bit of wine. So I'm going to call these little mini series that I'm going to toss in on my channel Girl Talk Happy Hour. So today we will be drinking, and most of the time we will be drinking when we do mini girl chit chats, is Stella Rose. This is the red. I prefer the black, but if you know, like I know, the black is hard to get a hold of because it's so yummy. So with that said, we're going to talk about today how to focus on yourself and level up in 2022. So while you guys check out my intro, I'll take a couple of sips and we'll be right back. Welcome back, just like I never left. So, how have you guys been since the New Year's have came into play? These days are going by so fast. Like literally, we're already rolling into what, the second week of January? That's crazy. Like the time is not waiting for no one. Alright, so the things that I want to talk to you guys about today, I do have them written down, so if you see me looking off, I'm just trying to make sure that I stay on track. If you've been here before, you know that your girl write everything down. So don't feel like I'm losing focus because I'm not looking and, you know, communicating with you guys, because I am. I'm just trying to stay on track. So, like I said, this video is about focusing on ourselves this year. You know, not making sure everyone else is great before ourselves. You know, we want to level up this year. And I know that's so taboo because everybody says that every year. Or I'm going to level up this year. It's going to be me this year. You know, this year is my year. We say that every year, and that's great. But the thing about it is now we really have to say it, mean it, put the work behind it. And this is not just for you, this is for me. This girl talk, you know. We're talking about it together because it's something not only that I want to share with you guys, but it's something that I need to do for myself as well. So the first thing I want to talk about is knowing that there are some things about yourself that you don't like, and you really want to change those things. This is your time to sit down in a moment by yourself and kind of jot down the things that you wish that you could change about yourself. Like me, my number one thing is I'm easily, and I've already said it before, discouraged. Easily. If something doesn't go right for me, I just want to quit. I want to give it up because it's so easy to just quit. instead of fight for the things that you really, really want. So that's something about myself that I really don't like, and I want to work on changing it. So you could just sit down, you can do it now, or you can do it, when you got some time to yourself where you can really think about it. But write down some of the things that you really, not necessarily don't like about yourself, but that you want to change about yourself, that you feel like will make you a better you. Some people may be the fact that they're pushovers, they let people, manipulate them to do things they really don't want to do in their hearts and minds. They're like, I don't want to do this, but they do it because they're easily manipulated. That could be something that you don't like about yourself and you want to change, so just jot it down, really take your time and think about it. I've been doing that for days, like really trying to figure out the things I want to change about myself. I mean, I love myself, I love my personality, everything, but there is small things that stop me for being great, I even, let people bring my personality down, I feel like I'm extremely silly, I'm extremely bubbly, but I am a true Capricorn, so we do have moments where we're alone and we like it, and we really don't have any answers to why. If you're a true Capricorn, we are true loners. We may not want to be, but it's just in our nature. So I find myself a lot of times just wanting to be alone, even at my job. I literally have to check in with them every now and then, like, hey, I'm over here, but I'm just in my zone, in my head, but I'm here. And I'll chit chat and then I'll go back to, being by myself, nice and quiet. But that's just something, that's part of who I am. So I believe that I should have almost been a Libra, because I literally have the two personalities like this right here, So with that said, just really take your time and think about some of the things you want to change about yourself, and take your time to work on them. So that is my first tip to focusing on yourself and leveling up. So next I have, talking about manifestation and vision board. So I know people who talk about manifestation all the time. And my cousin actually just was like, yeah, I hear about it, but like, what is it? How do you do it? Is there something you're supposed to do to manifest? Is there steps or something you say? Hold on, y'all. Let me get a sip in on this one. Love that one. But manifestation is not something that you can look up. It's not something that someone can tell you how to do. Manifestation to me is just having passion, having, everything in your body focus on that thing, and you speaking it in a positive affirmation out into the atmosphere. That's what I feel manifestation is. I mean, I could be wrong, I'm not. I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel that manifestation works. So I've never, ever, ever, I speak a lot of things into the atmosphere. But you can't just say, I'm going to get, a 2022 Mercedes-Benz by the end of the year. You could say that, but guess what? You have to put the work behind it to get that Mercedes. It's not just going to poof, show up at your front door. That's not how that works. You can speak it, be positive about it, but you actually have to put in the groundwork, the hard work to make those things happen for yourself. Next, I want to talk about, and we're going to kind of go right back to manifestation in a second, but creating a vision board. And I never, this is the first year that I created a vision board for myself. I have it here, but I'm not going to show it, and I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to show it. We're going to get to it. So, I feel like the vision board helps you visualize it. When you can visualize it, you can also manifest it. You can see see it every day. You know, you can make it your part of your everyday, looking at your vision board. You know, that drives you to want to get to the things that's on your vision board. So again, I feel, oh, make sure I'm covered. But again, I feel like if you can visualize it, then you can manifest it in real life. So I want everybody to create a vision board this year. Put everything down that you want for yourself this year. You know, you can go through some old magazines. You can write it out if you don't have pictures to put on your vision board. Just put it where you can see it visually. And we're going to focus on this all this year. And maybe at the end of the year, because I'm going to keep my vision board tucked away, we can kind of come back to it and look at it and see if we've manifested, worked hard, and got the things that we put on our vision board. So this is a kind of go back to the manifestation. When I said, say the things that you want and speak positive about it. So I am very guilty of saying what I want. I'll say it, I'll put it out in the atmosphere, but right after I say it, then I'll say something negative like, oh, that probably won't happen, or that's too far reach, or just like with my personal business. Oh, if I put a business out, who's going to buy it from me? Will I be just wasting my money? Like questioning it. This year, I'm not putting negativity behind anything that I put out in the atmosphere. I'm saying it. I want you to say it, and let's be positive. Let's not say it and then rebuttal ourselves. Like, who does that? Come on. Let's not rebuttal ourselves this year with something negative. Let's just say it, be positive, and believe wholeheartedly that that's going to happen for us. Alright. Also, just don't get crazy with your vision board. Because, you know, if you go too big and you don't get anything off your vision board, it's going to tear you to pieces. It's going to destroy all that hope and positivity. So start small. Start small and really believe in the things that you put on your vision board. So, and I also feel like you should only share, and this is why I didn't show you guys my vision board, but I feel like you should only show your vision board to God. Just you and God. I feel like you put the things you want on there, you pray over it, and you communicate it with God. Like, share all your hopes, you know, all your passion, all of that with Him. So I just feel like your vision board should be something kept just for you. Now, being that I just said that, let's talk about how you can share something with somebody and it literally just don't work. I feel like you jinx yourself. Come on, anybody. Think about it. So I'm going to put a little quick story time. So I had a friend. She's no longer, you know, with us. She passed away a long time ago. But it was my very first child. I was pregnant. And she was helping me, you know, like come up with names. And I told her, I was like, I had a dream about this name. I'm not really sure how to spell it, but this is the name that I want. And me and her together came up with the spelling and everything. She was literally the only person that knew about it at the time. But when I got ready to have my first daughter, I don't understand, just something just changed in me. I love that name, but the day I saw my daughter's face, I completely changed my mind and had another name just randomly. You know, I just felt like that name didn't fit. But maybe not even a year later, she had a daughter. And guess what? Her daughter was that name. You know, so Not to say that there's nothing negative about the story, but I was just like, oh, you took my baby name. So with that said, sometimes saying too much before you even have it in your hands is jinxing yourself. So what we're going to do this year is we're going to take the things that we want on our vision board and keep it to ourselves. We're not going to share it, and this is going to be so hard for me as well, because I love literally sitting down with my family and friends. I'm like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, and sharing all the details. But this year we're not going to do that. We're going to hold on to those things on that vision board. You got a business you want to put together, write it down. Talk to God about it. Until it is yours, until you sign the line, until the website is put together, and sorry about my phone, until you have the tags on those items or whatever it is that you're selling, until the day you get ready to announce that you're going to launch. Keep it to yourself, because we don't want to jinx ourselves. So I just really feel like manifestation and our vision board is something that we share with ourselves and God. But I believe like the only two things that you really need when I say you have to put in the work is you got to stay motivated and you got to stay disciplined. It is so easy in the beginning, January through probably June. It is so easy to stay motivated, disciplined, working hard, getting towards it, and then it kind of fizzles. And I am so guilty. That excitement, that drive, it fizzles. I don't know why. I really don't. I was just talking to a friend of mine. I'm like, why? I'm like, every year I'm up. In the beginning of the year, I'm up. I'm so energetic. I'm doing everything. I'm getting everything done. And then towards the end of the year, like, everything, and I mean everything, starts to go on a downward slope. And I know it's hard to stay motivated. I know. Believe me. But self-motivation is the best key. We don't need it from nobody else. We don't need reinsurance from nobody else. Self-motivation is the key. So we're going to stay motivated and we're going to stay disciplined so we can level up this year. Myself included. I feel like those literally the only two things we need to better ourselves. No, it's not going to be easy, but I really feel like the hard work will pay off in the end. And then we can celebrate in the end. The unknown, I know, it's very uncomfortable. Believe me. Trust. I know. Not knowing, especially, and I have to revert back to this because this is my life, is starting a business and not knowing that you'll do good in it. You'll make sales. That you'll make your money back. Because starting a business, if you don't have an investor or a loan or anything like that, and you're putting your own life savings, that is the scariest thing ever. To know that you may not get that money back and that you can technically go broke. But we're going to be uncomfortable this year. I know we don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to be uncomfortable in our own skin this year, all the way until we succeed and be successful on what we want to do. You know, I don't know what you guys, you know, if you're business oriented or if you're working on your career, you know, what if you want to start YouTube and you want to be successful. Me too. I didn't start YouTube just for it to be a hobby. I would love to be. I want to be. I am going to be successful on YouTube. So we just got to be uncomfortable for a little while until we get the things we want. And guys, keep this in mind, and I'm about to wrap this up because I don't want this to be an extremely long video. I know how that goes. We don't like all the talking, but trust that God helps those who help themselves. He's just not going to give it to you. You have to work for it. But he will help you if he see that you're working hard for it. And that's with anything. That's with anything in life. And that's like if you have kids. If you see your kids are bringing in those A's and they're doing everything that they're supposed to, guess what? You want to reward them, right? you want to reward them because you see that they're working hard. They haven't asked you, or even if they asked you for some help, that's fine, because now you see that they really want to bring in those good grades, because now they're asking for help to make sure they do the best. So you want to reward them for all that hard work, right? Exactly. So with that said, guys, that's going to be it. And before I close, I just want to say, stop telling people. And I'm just making, if y'all see me looking down, just wrapping up, make sure I'm covering everything. But stop telling people what you want to do. Let's start moving in silence. And that is going to kill me. Because if I get an idea, I'm like running to the phone, telling, oh my God, I want to do this, I want to add this. But let's start moving in silence. Let's stop sharing too much. Because you never know. One, it could jinx you. Two, the same ideas you might have, but you're, baby stepping on it, somebody might run and beat you to the punch. So let's just move in silence this year. That, alone will help us focus on ourselves and help us to level up this year in 2022. Let's make it happen. Becoming a brand new woman this year, it all has a lot to do with who we surround ourselves with as well. So if you want to be a boss chick, I think it's really great that you surround yourself with, career-driven people. They don't have to be bosses, but they could be career-driven. They could be hard workers. Those are the people that you want to surround yourself. Not the people that's negative and always questioning everything you do, or, making negative remarks like that's dumb or stupid and that's not going to work, or you're wasting your time and money. You don't need to surround yourself with those people. We are becoming a new vision of ourselves. We are trying to level up, so we don't need to be around those negative people. So I hope you guys have enjoyed my girl talk. And I don't really know how often we'll do girl talk. I'm just going to throw these little series in here and there to help motivate me, you. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about mental, physical. We're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about feminine hygiene, self-care. We're going to talk about everything. There is not going to be a cap on our girl talk. But today I just wanted to start this video off this way because it is the beginning of the year. And everybody's thinking about how they can level up and become a better version of themselves for the New Year's. So I wanted to start our girl talk off with this video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Comment down below if you enjoyed these little girl talks and anything that you want to talk about. Tell me down below. And make sure you subscribe so you can catch up with my next girl talk happy hour. And let's talk about it. Alright, I will see you guys on my next video. As always, you guys, please stay safe. There's a coronavirus, there's the flu, Omicron, all kind of stuff. So let's be safe, okay? And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.